Hello and welcome to my channel, Siriana Tarot. This is a daily reading for the collective, for all signs. So take what resonates and leave what doesn't. Please don't forget to hit like, share, and subscribe if you like what you hear. This is a daily reading for September 3rd, 2019. So let's go ahead, Spirit, and tell us, please, what we need to know for September 3rd, 2019 for the collective. What do we need to know for September 3rd, 2019? Okay. I am feeling this sort of Virgo perfectionist spirit. These wrinkles have been driving me crazy. I have shuffled and reshuffled this deck and I kept messing it up somehow. So I definitely feel that Virgo perfectionism coming out. I've got the Two of Swords in reverse. Then we have the Ten of Wands. All right, we have Justice coming out. Very nice, Lady Justice. And we have the Eight of Swords. Wow, okay, so our overall energy here is the Two of Pentacles. Remember, in this Virgo season, I would like you guys to go back and watch my new moon reading. I'll put a link to it on this video at the end of the video, but to watch that new moon reading, because remember, this new moon in Virgo, there's a lot of energy going on. And it's and also Venus is very prominent. So we're going to be focused a lot on our partnerships and our relationships. Okay. And sort of continuing that theme from yesterday. All right. So here we have the Two of Pentacles. We definitely have this Virgo energy showing up. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, and just balancing, having a difficulty. I don't even know that it's difficulty, but you're balancing something. It could be a side hustle. It could be, it could be work. It could be money and bills. It could be money and family. It could be two people. It could be a relationship. I do love this card though. He's working very hard. He's balancing these two pentacles. He's very focused. He's balancing on this log, which isn't easy. And he does have his trusty friend bringing him lunch or some sort of gift. And I love that. So I do want you to pay attention to your surroundings and be really compassionate with yourself and with animals, and just be connected to nature. We also have in the background here, we have commerce going on, we have comings and goings, and the sea is really quite placid. So emotionally, there's sort of a call for tranquility, peace, and calm. I love that energy. Okay, just the Juggler. But remember, you can't juggle for too long. It's something you can do for a bit, but either you might drop one of the pentacles or he might fall off the log. So, I'm getting that you may need a little bit of help here, okay? There may be somebody coming into your life, but I feel like it's somebody you already know or an old friend. All right, so taking a look at these cards here, we have two twos here. So again, partnerships are very important, as we know. We also have two swords cards, okay? So that could be that you have air in your chart, Libra, Gemini, or Aquarius, but it could also be about communication, and it could also be, it could just also be about thoughts. We have the Justice card, 11. 1 + 1 is 2. So again, our twos here are very strong. And finding balance is going to be something that's very, very important to you and to the day. I mean, really, here we have balance. We have this Two of Pentacles, him balancing on a log, trying to juggle and balance these two pentacles. And then we have the Two of Swords coming out as this initial energy. Again, we do have this old trusty friend, somebody who's taking care of you, showing up. I love her. She's beautiful. She looks just like Rihanna. And then we also have, her with a yin-yang symbol. So again, balance, you guys. Balance is our theme for this reading. Definitely. I know what I'm going to call this reading. So here, this woman, she's trying to make a tough decision. All right. And again, it has to do with this Two of Pentacles, whatever it is you're balancing or whatever you're trying to balance. It's going to be really difficult making this decision. She's kind of looking ahead. Someone is watching your back, though, as you're doing this. As this card is in reverse, it's kind of like you not wanting to make that decision, you putting off making that decision. And remember, not making a decision is making a decision. In not doing so, okay, it's just going to make the situation, it's going to bring the situation to a head. So here we have our 10 of Wands energy. This is fire, Sagittarius, Leo, or Aries. And this is really that Sagittarius energy where somebody, you know, they go along picking up these, you know, these wands. You know, somebody asks them, hey, can you help me with this wand? Sure. Can you help me do this? Of course. Etc., until they've picked up all of these wands. Now, we don't know if this person is about to drop all of the wands because they're too heavy. You know, we can see there's some bumps along the way. He's already dropped two wands already there. Is it getting to be too much, or is he just going to throw them all onto the ground and say, you know, F this, you know, I can't do this, you know, I've taken on too much. And I'm getting that energy here that maybe that's why you kind of don't want to make a decision. Maybe you're worried about your own reaction. You're not really sure how you're going to react or how your reaction is going to be perceived by the people around you. Spirit is definitely calling for this justice and this balance. I love this. We've got this karmic wheel behind you. So, you know, all of your actions are going to be judged, you know, the good and the bad. I love this. We have this theme, the two columns showing up that we see also in the High Priestess. We see that in some of the Hierophant cards, you know, and this is really calling, I'm getting that, you know, your responsibilities, the things that you've taken on willingly or unwillingly, you are responsible for them. So it is important that you follow through on them. And, you know, if it doesn't serve you, if you don't like it, you know, don't continue on. So if this is a job, don't sign another contract. Don't say you'll continue, but do finish up what you have promised to do. Because remember, everything will come full circle. There's some sort of knowledge to be gained here as well. So remember, you know, often, I don't know if your parents taught you this, but, you know, sometimes my brother and I, we would sign up for sports or sporting events. And, you know, maybe you would say, hey, I don't really like this. I'm not really happy doing this, you know, and they would say, well, you just have to finish it because you've made this commitment. And I'm really getting that here. And in following through with your responsibilities here, even though you kind of feel like you don't want to, you're worried about your reaction because I feel like you feel like you're about to just say, F this and, you know, not continue on. But Spirit is saying, really remember, you know, you're going to learn and gain some really important information about yourself or about the situation in doing so. All right, and in the end here, in the end card, we have the Eight of Swords. So again, that's more Libra, Gemini, Aquarius energy. And this is, you have put yourself in a precarious position. It's sort of self-induced and you're not really happy about it, but you have the power to change it. So I'm getting that you've sort of taken on some sort of responsibility. You did something. Whether about, if this might resonate with you in a love situation, you might be balancing two people, or it could be that, you know, you took on another job and now it's getting to be too much. But remember, you sort of induced this, okay? This was self-induced. So, you know, Spirit is just saying, you know, follow through on that. You know, follow through on it because there is some information to be gained. You know, even when things don't seem good, you know, it's all about the learning experience. Okay, so I'm going to pull Wisdom of the Hidden Realms for you. Spirit, please tell us what else we need to know. Thank you, Spirit, for all of your messages. The Sacred Union, partnership, romance. Thank you, Spirit. You know, again, we have the card number here is 27, but this is so very much so a 2 card. So this could very well be a relationship. It could also be an affair for some of you. Okay, some of you might be juggling 2 people and it kind of feels like it's a sacred union, but I'm really getting that it's a secret union. Okay, so I feel like there's something you're not telling everybody or the people around you. Okay, so it's kind of interesting. All right, the Keeper of the Scales, fairness and balance. I mean, guys... I don't know what to say here. I love this. I love this. Thank you, Spirit. You know, falling right on top of our Justice card. I mean, how many scales can we show up? How can show up in one reading? You know, we've got 2, we've got 2, we've got 11. 1 plus 1 is 2. We've got 2 people here in a sacred union. We've got fairness, balance, keeper of the scales. I mean, I don't know what else to tell you. I love it. All right, and the Lady of the Mirror, reflection and non-judgment. I don't know about you guys here, but you know, I don't know what to say. I've kind of like, should I even read or should I just pull cards, because they just speak for themselves here. So this is all about, you know, this is so funny because I talk about judgment and justice here, and then we've got reflection and non-judgment. So again, you know, I think you have to really take a step back and say, okay, everything that I've done, I actually am responsible for, you know, for my life and where I am and the decisions I've made, whether they're good or they're bad. Okay, but I do get that you do have to follow through on your commitments, okay, even if you don't want to, whether this is to a person or whether this is to a job. And then also, again, we're in this Virgo season, so, you know, balance what you're eating, your exercise, you know, balance the toxicity levels. Okay. Wow, gorgeous. Milk and honey. Milk and honey, guys. Yes. All right. How beautiful, that little elephant, you know, swimming in this pot of milk with honey. I mean, the rainbow in the background. I mean, it's just such an auspicious sign for you. Okay, so there is something just very beautiful to be gained from taking Spirit's advice, you know, honoring sacred unions, honoring your partnerships, your unions, being fair, and then also just taking a look at your role in the situation. Okay, there's a need here to be flexible. Very nice energy here because, you know, we have the egg. You know, there's a lot of possibility here. There are a lot of different options. I'm getting there are a lot of options for you. Okay, and can I stutter? In, you know, being open and flexible, you know, knowing that you have a lot of different options. You know, you have the decision and you have the power, you know, you have everything also you've done in the past and that you've learned to help you guide you, you know. It's kind of like that Chariot energy, you know, just, you know, maintain your calm and your composure throughout this situation. All right, and finally we have Damara, guiding children. You are good at helping, counseling, and healing children. Use your skills to help children now. Very nice. I really, really like this sort of pink energy that's coming through. So there could be children involved in this situation. It could be a union. I may be speaking to just some of you that are parents. I'm also getting that maybe some of you have helped raise other people's children. It may also be, you know, it may also be maybe you help, you know, you were sort of like a parental figure to your, you know, to your siblings. I'm getting that as well. But I love how this sort of works together. Look at the beauty. These cards are all kind of darker. And then when we get to these last 3 oracle cards, you know, if we look at the milk and honey and the flexibility, you know, I'm getting that family. There's a very sacred union here, okay? And I may just be speaking to, you know, one of you now. All right, so I'm just going to pull a real quick clarifying card for these clarifying cards for guiding children. Okay, so we get the Hanged Man coming out. All right. Interesting. All right. So you may just need to take a step back, all right, before, you know, because I'm getting up here in this original sort of the 4 cards that came out, you're not sure how you were going to react, okay, to sort of feeling like the pressure of the balance. And then here we have the Emperor card coming out. The Emperor is a father card, so I may be speaking to some of you that have, you know, maybe an issue with your father. You may be a father, or you may be a father type figure. Okay, so this is definitely sort of like a family reading. We do have the sacred union. You may be thinking about leaving someone. You may have someone on the side. It may just also be any sort of type of partnership, to some creative endeavor. The Hanged Man is all about taking some time out. Remember, you don't have to necessarily do what everyone expects of you, but you do have to do the right thing. All right, and that's where this Justice card is coming in. Do the right thing. Remember, you are, the master. You are the MC of your own, school dance. You control, what you do, the decisions you make. You're not a victim here. You are very powerful in your life. You're very active decision maker. So you are where you've put yourself. I don't know if we are where we want to be, but there is a sacred union here that has to be honored. And I think you're having a hard time sort of balancing this sacred union and this family, maybe with work, or maybe with another person, or maybe it's just, family life and, your creativity. Yeah, so very interesting. So just make sure that you do a nice check, do your internal virus scan, do some self-reflection here. Okay, take some time out to do that. Okay, and step into your power. I'm going to leave it there with you guys. I hope you enjoyed this reading. Don't forget to hit like, share, and subscribe. Please leave me a comment to see how this plays out in your lives. Remember, I love you all so much. Thank you for coming back time and time again. And I hope you guys have a beautiful, beautiful day.